Pauline.
Okay, sweet.
Words to describe Paul.
Paul is honourable,
Affectionate.
Selfless.
loyal,
Just fun. Generous.
Brother.
Loving.
Accepting.
Friend.
Thoughtful. Open.
Affectionate.
Caring.
Approachable.
Witty.
What was your first ever encounter with Paul?
Oh, it was at this. It was like a small event. Like it was the first time I saw him. Oh shit! Oh, cut that shit! Cut that shit!
Yeah.
Cut that shit!
Just carry on going. Yeah, it's fine.
I met him at a small event. We were both like assigned to do like building. Oh shit! Shit!
A booth.
Chairs,
VR.
tables.
No! No! Okay. It was at a small event. We were both assigned to do the VR headsets. It was like the first ever time I worked with him as well. He was really helpful. Like, we just got on just like that. Yeah, made me very happy. Made me feel like I was meant to be there. Yeah, it was good.
My very first encounter with Paul was at an insomnia. I think it was the first or second one we ever did. And he was a shy guy. We put him upstairs on the bus. One of the first things I ever said to him was that he can insult me and actually call me a "see you next Tuesday," because even though I'm his boss, I am occasionally wrong. He worked extremely hard those days we met him, and he even stayed upstairs on the bus for almost an entire day, even apologising when he just had to use the bathroom. That's some dedication for work for you.
I remember meeting Paul at Brentwood Music Festival, and that was the first time. Yeah, he had like the 1970s tent with the moth inside still, and all I remember is Paul was really quiet, but he had this really calm aura about him, and I remember him going to go and get ice cream for everyone, and that just made me think of him being really selfless and put others first. Yeah.
It was at the original Rapture. I was doing photography and stuff like that, and Paul was he was very friendly towards me. I was going through a bad breakup, but no one really knew it at the time. And really Paul was just there. I don't think he even realises how there he was for me at that event as well, and I really needed it, and it's just been really good to have him there at that event, because he helped me through that breakup and he didn't even realise it.
I was standing outside our primary school. I didn't even really know him. He was in the year above me. He just walked up to me and started talking to me. He's just a nice person. That's all I can say about him.
I remember back at the first ever Rapture, I remember specifically speaking to Sam Crosby, or was kind of getting like the impression of like how we felt about everyone there, because it was their first event. And we're kind of like, yeah, Dale's kind of cool, but he's a bit of a con. But I specifically remember we pointed to Paul. We're like, yeah, no, we really like him. He's like really helpful. He's really friendly. He's really like there for the volunteers to make them feel like part of the team and just to help them out.
I've known of Paul since infant school, all the way up through the Gilbert and sixth form. And it's a little bit difficult to sort of remember the first memory, but I think the defining moment of friendship, which I've always found isn't in the sort of epic, grand moments. It's in those very mundane times when you just have this connection and you realise how great the bond is between you. Came when we were working just this sort of Minecraft convention event, and we were packing down VR for the VR version of Minecraft, and we just somehow ended up talking very truly and very deeply about ourselves, about our emotions, vulnerabilities that I definitely never sort of shared with anyone. And I think in that moment I realised how much I trusted and how much I, really was good friends with Paul.
Okay, what's one of your funniest memories of Paul?
Probably in Amsterdam, where after where he was just laughing at me for so long, even though there was just nothing to laugh at. It was solid 2-3 hours. I was just walking, and you just burst out laughing. It was so confusing, but so funny.
There's been so many times that Paul and I have just broken down into fits of random, unexplainable laughter. So it's kind of difficult to peg one down, but I think if I had to sort of pick one that sort of comes to mind, I think the afterlife standoff between Foxy Bingo and BoJack Horseman, always being a big old smile to my face. I can only imagine how dumb it must have looked to everyone watching us up on stage, half drunk in these dopey looking animal masks, having this quick draw competition.
There's been so many memories, funny memories with Paul, but the one that sticks out is when we was in Sweden and Dal's feet gets absolutely disgusting at events. We'd finished about a 14-hour day, went back to the hotel room, I picked up one of Dal's socks, and Paul was literally about to throw himself on the bed, mouth open, I threw the sock and it went right in, and I'm going to remember that memory forever.
So like, I don't know if you remember this, well actually you didn't remember because I remind you all the time. Do you remember at Insomnia last year where I choked you out in the guillotine and you farted instead of tapping? Well, that too, but not just because I got to make you fart. It was because I remember specifically, like at that moment, because it had been about a year since I'd known you. I remember that moment specifically. I think that was the moment like it clicked where I began to feel like really comfortable around you, and I felt like I could like just completely relax. So I feel like that was like the turning point of our friendship. And it was also really funny when you fired.
Yeah, it was just me and him in a hotel room. The others had just gone off for a bit. And before they came back, I barricaded the hotel room. Well, that was a good time. But like just before, we're just chatting about anything really. It was a real good time.
Honestly, I struggle to remember how this came about, but he misheard something I said as panoramic mulch. We were joking about that on and off. Well, that was in college, so that was 2013, 14. It's now 2019. We're still joking about it.
What is your statement for Paul?
Believe in yourself. Have confidence in your ability and your personality, and always surround yourself with people who love you for who you are.
Pauline is one of the most loving, caring people I have ever met. He's always thinking about other people first, and he pays attention when anyone else is in need. It's hard to pinpoint an exact memory across the years because we've crafted quite a few between us. One of the best is one of the simplest, from us sitting in a bedroom dubbing voices over TV shows, spanning from Tom Cruise's penis to a trolley load of crack. His deep love of sharks has kept him a beach bag watcher while we all swim in the oceans. From a fairly shy teen who could easily eat a family's roast dinner, he's grown into a confident man who is full of potential. We look forward to having him in the rest of our lives and creating a lifetime of memories together.
Obviously my life has changed quite a bit over the past 4 months because I've moved to a different country. And I've met all new friends who I care about a lot, but I feel like you were the kind of start of a lot of that. I don't feel like I would have become friends with a lot of the people I'm friends with now if you weren't so forward in befriending me, in terms of just making sure that I felt included in the group and just kind of reaching out to me to befriend me in the process. And I feel like you do that with a lot of people that you might not really understand the kind of effect you can have on them by just being there to be their friend.
Oh, I'm gonna miss him.
He's not got cancer, he's not dying. Jesus Christ. So long, Paul.
Is that your message for Paul?
That is my message.
Done? Okay. My message for Paul. Paul, you've been like a brother to me. Like no one else has been. I haven't had a friendship with anyone like I have with you. It's been so nice just to have you there in my life, and knowing that I can speak to you and Dr. Cheese guys about anything really is just so refreshing to have. You understand how much stuff I've gone through with all the pain and everything like that, and just having you guys there, even just to chat random shit, it's just a relief, and it's amazing. I don't know what to do without you.
Paul's goodness and his heart is almost as infinite as the mass of his hands.
Paul, or as we know him as Pauline, Paulo, or Chonk Lover. Just want to say happy birthday, you sweet soul. I hope you have an amazing day. You truly do deserve it. You are so caring and selfless and loving. My 3 words! Just want to say the best part about Fraggers is you come out of and we got to meet you, and we've had all these happy memories together. You're like a part of our family now, along with Dr. Cheese, and I can't wait for you to be the half bridesmaid, half groomsman for us at our wedding. And
I didn't know it was for his birthday. I thought we were just doing a video about Paul. Happy birthday!
Paul!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you!
Right, so I've got three words here to describe Paul. Wide load, bitch boy, and nerdy I'm gonna go with. What's the next question? First memory of Paul. I'm gonna go with, I have to say when I punched you in sparring and you flew across the mats. And my favourite memory, I'd probably have to say the one in Poland. You know, when I fucking smashed my head, I think it was, on the table doing some weird shit. That, or definitely the punching you and you went flying across the mats like it was a fucking film. It was pretty sick. Happy birthday, you little bitch.
Oh, and a statement.
Oh, and a statement. Nut up and shut up.